1800 hours Pakistan's Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumaira Kamal. First, the headlines. Prime Minister, while talking to a delegation of Chinese company in Islamabad today, vowed to promote investment in renewable energy sector with special focus on wind and solar energy. Federal Cabinet, which met in Islamabad today with Prime Minister in the chair, rejected increase in retail prices of 10 different medicines. Pakistan has welcomed first humanitarian assistance flight for flood victims from Nepal with warmth and gratitude. All Parties Hurriyat Conference has warned New Delhi against conspiracies being hatched to grab land and properties of Jammu and Kashmir, Waqf Board across Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. United Nations General Assembly has urged the international community not to lose hope in the face of countless global challenges. South Korea has warned North Korea of tough response if it uses nuclear weapons. And now the news in details. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has vowed to promote investment in renewable energy sector in the country, with a special focus on wind and solar energy. He was talking to a delegation of a Chinese company, Zonergy Corporation, headed by its president, Richard J. Goh, in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister said renewable energy, being future of Pakistan, will help generate cheaper electricity and reduce the burden of inflation on the people. He said a pre-bidding conference on solar energy projects will be held in Islamabad tomorrow to discuss prospects for use of renewable energy sources in the country. He said Pakistan has to import expensive fuel to generate electricity, which increases the cost of electricity. Speaking about the Pak-China historic bilateral ties, the Prime Minister said China has always supported Pakistan at all fronts and through China-Pakistan Economic Corridor project, which is part of China's wider Belt and Road Initiative, and China is investing in infrastructure, industry and various sectors in Pakistan. The Chinese delegation also presented a check of huge amount as a donation from Zonergy Corporation to Prime Minister's Flood Relief Fund. The Federal Cabinet has rejected to increase retail prices of 10 different medicines. The Federal Cabinet, which met in Islamabad today with Prime Minister in the chair, declined a summary of the Ministry of National Health Services regulations and coordination regarding hike in medicines prices. Speaking on the occasion, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif said that he did not support the idea of enhancing medicines rates. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has urged all stakeholders to actively engage in ongoing relief and rehabilitation efforts in the flood-affected areas of the country. Addressing the meeting of Federal Cabinet in Islamabad today, he paid tribute to all those who rendered their best services during the flood disaster. Shehbaz Sharif said this is a testing time demanding unity in our ranks. He further said victims of this disaster will always remember those who helped them in this difficult time. Alluding the recent visit of UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres to flood-hit areas of the country, Prime Minister said Secretary General emphasized on practical steps for helping the flood-affected people. He said the UN chief recognized that Pakistan has become the worst victim of a disaster induced by climate change, a phenomenon in which it has little to none contribution. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif is paying a 2-day visit to Uzbekistan from Thursday to attend the annual meeting of the Council of Heads of State of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Leaders of SCO members and observer states, as well as heads of SCO organizations and other special guests, would attend the meeting. At the forthcoming event, the SCO leaders will deliberate on important global and regional issues, including climate change, food security, energy security, and sustainable supply chains. They would also approve agreements and documents that would chart the future direction of cooperation among SCO member states. Besides attending the summit, the Prime Minister would hold bilateral meetings with other participating leaders on the sidelines of the Council of Heads of State meeting. First humanitarian assistance flight from Nepal landed at Jinnah International Airport, Karachi today. The flight was received by Minister of Social Welfare Sindh Sajid Jokhio, representatives of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and National Disaster Management Authority. The Foreign Office spokesperson says the relief assistance from Nepal is welcomed with warmth and gratitude. This is Radio Pakistan. President Dr. Arif Alvi has said that Pakistan needs to adopt latest technology to enhance agricultural production to counter the effects of climate change. He was addressing the Youth Forum of Kazakhstan, Turkey and Pakistan on biotechnology in Islamabad today. He said that we will have to work on food security, keeping in view the climate change. He further said Pakistan's production of food grains is half as compared to production of other countries. He said that it is inevitable to enhance agricultural production by using latest technology. The president said that the Muslim Ummah will have to change its mindset by keeping in mind the changes taking place in the world. The All-Party Hurriyat Conference has warned India against the conspiracies being hatched by RSS-backed ruling Bharatiya Janata Party to grab and garb land and properties of Jammu and Kashmir Waqf Board across Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. According to Kashmir Media Service, the All-Party Hurriyat Conference leadership in a statement said the BJP intends to snatch the land of Eidgah, Srinagar, which is revered by the Kashmiris for its historical martyrs' graveyard. It further says the RSS and BJP nexus wants to convert Jammu and Kashmir Waqf Board into a major tool to finance and implement its evil agenda. The All-Party Hurriyat Conference leadership pointed out that the BJP is taking into possession all religiously and politically significant places and positions in the Kashmir Valley to efface its Muslim identity. Meanwhile, Jammu and Kashmir People's League in a statement expressed deep concern over the deteriorating health of illegally detained All-Party Hurriyat Conference leader Mohammad Yasin Atai. The United Nations General Assembly has urged the international community not to lose hope in the face of countless global challenges, so the UN continues delivering to those in need. Addressing the concluding 76th session of the UN General Assembly, outgoing President Abdullah Shahid of Maldives stressed to secure global peace and justice. Earlier, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, recalling his recent visit to Pakistan, said that he witnessed an unimaginable flooded area 3 times the size of his country, Portugal. Guterres said deadly heat waves, storms, floods and other natural hazards bring devastation that plays out against the backdrop of ferocious conflicts, putting millions of lives in jeopardy every day. The UN Assembly's high-level debate, in which many world leaders, including Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, will participate, will begin on next Tuesday. At least 8 people have been killed and 11 injured in a fire incident in Indian city Sikandrabad. The fire broke out at an electric scooter showroom, which is being called the deadliest such incident involving electric vehicles in the country. South Korea has warned North Korea that use of nuclear weapons would put it on a path of self-destruction and will face a tough response. In a statement, South Korea's defense ministry said the legislation would only deepen North Korea's isolation. The ministry further said South Korea will sharply boost its own preemptive attack plan, missile defense and massive retaliation capacities. And finally, the weather report. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most plain areas of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain with wind and thunder shower is expected in eastern Punjab, upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, lower Sindh, Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir. To end the news, here are some of the headlines once again. Prime Minister, while talking to a delegation of Chinese company in Islamabad today, vowed to promote investment in renewable energy sector with special focus on wind and solar energy. Federal Cabinet, which met in Islamabad today with Prime Minister in the chair, rejected increase in retail prices of 10 different medicines. Pakistan has welcomed first humanitarian assistance flight for flood victims from Nepal with warmth and gratitude. United Nations General Assembly has urged the international community not to lose hope in the face of countless global challenges. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio Pakistan News Official.